Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, July 16th, 2012. There's a lot to cover once again, so we'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see futures are trading lower this morning by about 4.5 points at 1347.25 per contract. So once again, futures are dipping a little bit at the start of the day here. That usually means that the U.S. dollar index is trading higher. Sure enough, we'll take a look at the U.S. dollar index trading up here at 83.75. That's up about 27 cents on the session. It's a pretty sizable move for the dollar, and when the dollar moves up, as you know, the market moves lower. The dollar right now is still battling with that $84 area to get through there. That is the big resistance point. We'll see if that can happen. The more it pounds on that level, the more likely it is to eventually break through there. But right now, it is unsuccessful in getting through that $84 level. Hence, the market got a big rally this past Friday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finishing up over 200 points, and the S&P 500 up about 22 points. So we'll watch this market closely. Again, Mondays are usually on a little bit on the quiet side, so we'll see where this market takes us. There's some news out of Europe as usual. I don't think it's all that big a deal today, but nonetheless, it looks like France is going to throw a bailout to one of its European automakers. So we'll see how that all plays out and shakes out. But there's really nothing significant that I'm seeing. And if you look at the European markets this morning, for the most part, they're basically flat, with the exception of Spain, which is down 1.4%. And we'll just see how this all plays out going forward. It looks like Spain is going to increase their austerity measures, but we just have to see how the markets react going forward. Right now, if you just look at the overall tape, it looks like the markets are hanging in there today for the most part, especially after Friday's big inflation rally. A couple of other things to get to talk about first before we even look at some other charts. Ben Bernanke will be speaking on Capitol Hill tomorrow, two-day testimony. So we'll see if the markets are calm until that time frame. Also, we're going to start to get more earnings. Really, this morning, there's not a lot of earnings taking place. The big earnings announcement is from Citigroup, which we'll look at in a minute. But we'll have the Ben Bernanke testimony beginning tomorrow. It is a two-day event, so we'll see how the market reacts there. First, let's take a look at gold and oil. Spot gold is down about $12 an ounce today to $1,580 per ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD. GLD you'll see trading at 153.39. The GLD closed at 154.14. So you can see GLD is down a little bit. Normally when the dollar is stronger, gold will move down as well. So we'll watch that inverse relationship there. But again, the dollar is stronger today, so you do see weaker gold prices. And I think that would continue to happen if the dollar does move higher. So keep that relationship on your screen at all times. Let's take a look at oil this morning. Looks like light sweet crude is trading down about 52 cents to 86.58 per barrel. Let's take a look at the USO here. USO is trading down to 32.50. A share closed at 32.68. So another little move lower in oil before the opening bell. But that really is all about the dollar. If the dollar comes back and starts to pull back in, expect oil to move up a little bit. It's a very, very correlated inverse relationship. Now let's take a look at some stocks out there. First stock I'm going to take a look at is Citigroup. Citigroup reported earnings this morning. Stock is reacting positive to earnings. The stock closed at 26.65 on Friday afternoon, trading up here at 27.30. It looks like you can have a little bit of resistance around 28, but ultimately if the gap holds up and it does move higher, the gap up this morning, the big resistance level is around 29.60 to $30. I don't think that happens today, but it can happen in a few days. So we'll see if that is a potential upside target for this week. But right now, 28 is a little bit of a sticking point, a little bit of resistance. The gap is fairly strong, so it looks okay at the moment. Some of these other financials could react along with it, so we'll see how that all plays out. But right now, pretty decent, short-term resistance around the 28 level, and that's pretty much what you need to know. Human Genome this morning, HGSI, is being bought out by GlaxoSmithKline. the stock is up a little bit. This takeover has been announced a long time ago, but it looks like it's going to be official. They're going to buy it out for a little higher price. Nothing to do here with the stock. If you own it, lock in your profits, or I guess you could exercise the takeover. But it looks like it's not going to really have any more strength than this. It's trading at 14 bucks. Should flatline there. Let's take a look at Procter Gamble this morning. A lot of news surrounding this stock lately. Bill Ackman got involved with the stock. Today, the stock is trading at $24.85 a share. I don't really see a lot of upside from here, at least not at the moment. Stock is very, very extended. It is overbought. It's had a great move the last couple of days. There is nothing to do with Procter & Gamble at this moment, so leave the stock alone. Let's take a look at Visa and Mastercard. It looks like they settled a lawsuit with retailers. Looks like Visa is catching a little bit of a bid, trading up here at 128. The stock is overdone here. There's a lot of resistance up at these levels, so be careful with Visa at the moment. Not to say it's in bad shape. The stock's in good shape. It just probably needs to base before it makes a move higher. It's not that it's a short either. You just leave it alone. There's not a lot to do here. There's a lot of resistance up here at these levels. Let's take a look at Mastercard. Very similar scenario. They also settled with some retailers. Stock has a ton of resistance around the 445 level. So just watch that area there. Again, it's not a bad gap up. I'm not sure if the stock's going to have enough strength to push through there. But either way, watch for a lot of resistance around the 445 level. A couple of other things to go over last night was the Shanghai Index. The Shanghai Index looks like it was hit pretty hard last night. It was down 1.74%. So just keep that on the radar. If the U.S. markets are weak today, and they're only down about 4 points at the moment on the futures, but if the U.S. markets are weak today, watch the Chinese ADRs. They will be weak as well. Shanghai was down 1.74%. That's a pretty big decline going forward. Watch stocks like Baidu, Citigroup. These are all some Chinese ADRs that will be in play this morning. Again, they're holding up fine right now, so no real problems here. But if the U.S. markets start to get weak, watch these Chinese ADRs. They could be weak as well, and it could lead to lower prices for all of them. Okay, so that's pretty much all we have for this morning. Nice and quick. Once again, futures are down a little over 4 points at the moment. We'll see how this market settles in. But nonetheless, expect a little bit of volatility, especially with the European situation unstable. You also have Chinese weakness. I think the saving grace to today's market is that Ben Bernanke is going to testify tomorrow in a 2-day meeting. And a lot of times the markets don't do a lot ahead of that testimony. So we'll see how that all plays out. But nonetheless, right now we're down just a little bit in the markets. And we'll see how it all plays out. All right, with that said, everybody have a great morning. And we'll see you on the charts tomorrow. Take care, everyone.